We got them shock drops. Yo, what's going on with your YouTube? Jumpman Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another video, guys. So, hey man, this was actually pretty crazy. We had some shock drop on the Snkr app during the live. The Snkr preview live was showing a lot of their upcoming Jordans, which I thought was pretty dope. It's been a while since we had like a shock drop that was actually felt like a shock drop. Like it was no videos made the day before. There was no countdown. No one really knew about it until like, I want to say maybe about an hour or two before the release. Again, I didn't have time to make a video about it, so make sure you guys follow me on my IG. If I find out any information, I will definitely let you guys know, because I posted my IG and like shock drop on the Snkr app live. And you know what, I must say these were some bangers, man, and they showed us a lot of other Jordans that's coming out this year, which I thought was pretty fire. But we'll talk about the shock drop first. I mean, again, how do you guys like these? Do you prefer this one? I'm not sure, maybe because maybe no one's feeling Jordan 1s no more, or maybe no one knew about it. Either way, I felt like it was a pretty easy cop. It seemed like it was a decent amount of pairs out there. I think if you went for them, you probably would have got them. I went for basically almost, I went for two. I did not see, if anyone saw it, I did not see that they dropped the green glow, which is the one I didn't really care for. This is the one, you know, I wasn't gonna go for this one. You know, I didn't really care for this one, even though these are coming out later. And it's a decent colorway. It's fine. I just didn't really care for it. But the one that I really wanted was that I was happy to get a W, was the Shadow Air Jordan lows. Hey, I have the highs. I wouldn't mind having a low. These are pretty fresh. The last time they came out in the low was like a 2015 pair. And I must say, the Shadow ones is a nice shoe. You know, I've worn these tons of times, and you know, it's great. It goes with anything, especially during like the fall season and winter season. It's a great shoe, and it's gonna be a good summer shoe coming up with the, you know, coming as a low. And the other ones, which was the red and white joints, I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, it kind of gives me a little bit of a Chicago one vibe to it. Not really, because the red's a little too dark. I feel like it's, you know, more maroonish, but I'm just seeing by pictures. I didn't really, you know, I didn't think anything of it. It looks more like a dark red. I mean, it's a clean colorway, don't get me wrong. I think it's fine. I just didn't really care, you know. Again, I was happy I get a W. That's cool. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna keep it. I might have to return it back to Nike, but I'm definitely gonna keep the Shadow 1 lows. OG colorway, and it's a low. Gotta keep those. But the green glows, I did not see those coming up. I think I was watching live. I must have not been paying attention at that particular time. You guys tell me, how'd you guys do? Did you guys end up copping, or did you guys even care? You know, again, I thought it was fine, and I was actually kind of looking forward to some of the releases coming up. I mean, already they're calling these oxidized green. When I first saw pictures, it gave me a little bit of the pine green vibe to it. You know, the SB vibes. I mean, if you want to call the poor men SBs, I think people are already calling that. You know, I guess if you don't want to pay big high dollars for the SB4s, it is a pretty good alternate, you know. I mean, they look fine as an all-white Air Jordan 4. I think these things will probably go, and they're probably gonna end up selling out. They retail at $215. You have some other ones like looks like the Oreo 6. These looks pretty fire. I remember the back in the day with the all black Oreos, but this is the white one. These are pretty cool. Glad to see these come back out. I don't mind 6s. I think 6s are pretty fresh. I know some people don't like 6s. They might be too bulky, but I don't mind 6s. I think 6s are great. And then we have the Latte women's exclusive Air Jordan 1s. Again, this kind of gives a little bit of the mocha vibes. Air Jordan 1 mochas. It's just a little bit lighter. From what it looks like from the video, it looked like it's gonna be suede, because I thought it was gonna be leather, which would have been very disappointing. But it's not gonna be nearly as hype as the mochas. It's the Latte, you know, especially with Air Jordan 1s as of lately. You know, these are okay. It looks like a faded out mocha one. I've seen some dirty mocha 1s, man, or some used up mocha 1s, and the suede looks kind of out. That's what it kind of looks like, but it's a little bit lighter. Same color pattern. It just says it's gonna be in a woman exclusive. The Jordan 12, they look like with the taxi Jordan 12s. I don't understand why Nike, why don't they just go ahead and just give us the taxis? They've been teasing the taxis for years and years. Like, we have getting different variations of like a taxi look-alike, but we never got the official taxi yet since like 2015 14, 15, I want to say. Got some Air Jordan 1 low silvers. These are alright. I think, you know, retail 140. These are fine. The Jordan 11 pink. This is probably going to be a women exclusive. These look okay. But the one is kind of a little bit, if you guys don't remember the Ben 13s, these look exactly like the Ben 13s. Like, matter of fact, I think people are calling these already the knockoff Ben 13s. And you guys didn't know 13s is actually my favorite model of Jordans. I might have to cop this one, I'm just gonna say, because I'm not paying no $2,000 for some 13s, especially the Bens. I know they're going for a crazy amount of bread. Jordan 13 Dune Res. I mean, it looks exactly the same color style as the Ben 13s. And again, you guys know the Ben 13s, they're going for a crazy amount of money. They're like at $2,000 to $1,000. Space Jam lows, that's gonna be another, I think that's gonna be a cop for me. I think that might be a cop. Even though I have the OGs and I have all the other Space Jams, it's finally cool that we're finally get a Jordan 11 low in the Space Jam. You know, I think this is gonna be great. If you guys don't have any of the Space Jams, it's an all black Jordan 11s. Air Jordan 11s are still kind of hype, you know? You know, people still love Air Jordan 11s. I still love Air Jordan 11s. I can't wait for this one. This one I'm looking forward to. But the one we gotta talk about also are the Jordan 17. These things are gonna come in a suitcase. You saw her, she had like, was wearing the gloves on them, and then it was like the way how they presented out when they first came out back in like, I think it was like 2002, 3, something like that. But we should be getting some 17s this year. It's good to see them come back. And they're gonna retail at $300. $300. That's with the presentation, the suitcase. We should get 2 different colorways. We got a blue one and the lightnings. I mean, I don't have any 17s. I remember this is when he came back playing for the Wizards. So I think some people are feeling these. But this one, I don't know, $300 for these things. We might have to wait for these things to go on discount if they do. But I don't know. Maybe I could see Jordan Brand probably making these pretty limited, especially if they're going to go ahead and retail at $300. But that's kind of crazy. It's good to see them come back out. It's been a while since we had a Jordan 7. And then you guys saw the military blues February 4th, and I think these things are going to retail at, was it $210 or $215? Either way, they're not calling the military 4s or the military blues. They're calling these the industrial Air Jordan 4s. No longer the military blues. Hey man, Nike can call it whatever they want, I guess, but we already know it's gonna be the military blues. This will be the hype shoe. And speaking of shock drops, yes, I still expect that these industrial blue Jordan 4s, these are gonna be shock dropping as well. And I wonder how they're gonna do it. Do you guys prefer the sneakers live? Do you guys prefer it doing like a countdown like 15 minutes beforehand? You guys let me know. I don't know. I think either way is fine. Even though they could do it any other way Nike wants to do it. You know, they can do live, shock drop, 15 minutes before. Either way, it is not going to be easy because the hype is going to be crazy on them. We saw what happened with the Reimagined Breads. I mean, yeah, they had a lot of stock, but still, the hype is going to be crazy. People's going to go after them. So you guys already know it's going to be tough either way. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind the whole, hey, live drop is dropping right now instead of like how, usually we get a notification 15 minutes beforehand. Kind of give everyone awareness. I don't know. Like I said, you got to be on your game. Some people don't like it. Some people do. I get it. People have to work during the day. So some people might have missed out. But either way, when they drop these industrial 4s, it's gonna be crazy. So, all right, guys, yeah, that's just we'll just do a little recap of today's shock drop sneakers live. I mean, if you guys are pretty sad that you guys missed out on the Shadow Lows or the other Air Jordan 1s, just be patient. They're coming out very, very soon. The Shadow ones are coming out. I think they said it was May 10th, so we're just a little bit ways away. I mean, don't pay for the resale price right now because it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be like 2 something. They retail at 140. I mean, I don't think they're gonna do anything much. We saw what happened with the Black Toe Low 1s last year. That's another OG colorway, great colorway. Still didn't do too much. And I expect the same thing. Usually even though Shadow 1's great, they don't really get too hyped up and go for a crazy amount of bread. I mean, it took a long time for these to go up. I remember, I want to say they were sitting, but they weren't nearly as hyped when these first came out back in like 2016, 17 of the Air Jordan high shadows, you know. And this is the good one. This is the one with the great leather, tumbled leather. I mean, hey, I said I rock these tons and tons of times, and I got them for retail. I believe even there was a situation at Finish Line at one point, but you know, hey, we'll keep it as that. Guys, hey, just want to say, hey, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Definitely, guys, make sure you guys follow me on all my social media in case if I can't make a video on time, I will let you guys know by either post on a story or making a post about it, just so I can give you guys a heads up. Anyway, guys, hey, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on my social media at Chris on IG, sometime on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm Chris. Peace.